Hello YouTube and people of the interwebs, welcome back to another Doctor Who news video. So, today it's being reported in quite a few big newspapers like the Mail Online that Paul McGann is set to return to Doctor Who as the 8th incarnation of the beloved BBC Time Lord for the 60th anniversary specials. Now, that's what one article says. The second article, once again from the Mirror, but this time I think it was put in print, says Paul McGann set to make comeback as the 8th Doctor in new Doctor Who spin-off series. The Radio Times reports once again a spin-off series for Paul McGann, and TV Zone once again goes with spin-off series. I don't exactly know where the 60th anniversary thing headline came from, but the only place I could see the 8th Doctor fitting into the 60th is during the events of Wild Blue Yonder, because if you've got yourself a copy of the most latest edition of Doctor Who magazine, not sponsored by the way, but this issue is especially good. There's so much 60th anniversary content in there, definitely check it out. But in that, they have like full-on redacted sections of their Wild Blue Yonder preview, because Russell T Davies says it's his dream that episode gets nothing, no press coverage, no leaks, until it actually airs, and then everybody can enjoy all of the surprises that it holds within. So if Paul McGann is back in the 60th, which I think is very unlikely, I don't think they're going multi-Doctor, I think it will just be the 14th Doctor and Donna fighting their way to survive during that episode, but if he is back, that's when I'd imagine it would be, because yeah, the giggle, the final episode's going to be too Toymaker heavy, too Doctor and Donna heavy. The first episode is going to just be a light introduction for new fans and old fans back into the show. But yeah, this spin-off series. We know for a fact that Russell T Davies does want to bring back spin-offs. This has been talked about for ages. I mean, he first mentioned back in 2021, before he'd even decided to officially come back as showrunner, he was saying Doctor Who deserves what Marvel and Star Wars have. Doctor Who deserves this Disney Plus treatment, and then, surprise, surprise, here we are, a number of years later, Russell's back in charge of the show, Doctor Who has a streaming deal with Disney Plus, and it's looking very likely spin-offs are on the way. We technically had our first one with the recent Tales of the TARDIS, which was fantastic stuff by the way, but yeah, an 8th Doctor spin-off series may be on the horizon, and that is very, very good news. As I mentioned earlier, it's even in print newspapers. Guess who is the new Doctor again? Paul McGann's set to make a comeback as the 8th Doctor, Disney Plus spin-offs, etc. Now, sometimes these leaks are accurate. Like, we got loads of headlines a couple of months back. I think it was almost a year ago. We got loads of headlines saying that Miriam Margolyes was going to end up playing Beep the Meep. And here we are, almost at the 60th episode, episode 1, Miriam Margolyes is officially confirmed as playing Beep the Meep. A bunch of these British newspapers also released that David Tennant would be playing the 14th Doctor back in January of 2022, and then you get to April 2022, and it's officially confirmed. So yeah, take these rumours with a pinch of salt. It doesn't mean they're wrong, it doesn't mean they're right. It's possible, but this is not confirmation. But yeah, let's give this article a read. Doctor Who returns later this month with 3 specials celebrating the 60th anniversary, with David Tennant back as the Doctor and Catherine Tate as Donna Noble. And now, Paul McGann is set to make his comeback too. The 63-year-old actor had the keys to the TARDIS for the 1996 television film and co-production between BBC Worldwide and Universal Studios, which was an attempt to revive the sci-fi show after it was cancelled in 1989. His incarnation of the Time Lord built up a loyal fan base due to the audio adventures that he's voiced. He had just 2 TV appearances in the 50th anniversary special and a cameo in Jodie Whittaker's final outing, The Power of the Doctor. The show is about to enter a new era with Russell T Davies, the man who rebooted it in 2005, at the helm, and Disney co-producing with the BBC, and spin-offs are being planned to increase the Whoniverse. I mean, you kind of get the idea from the article there. They obviously can't give away directly what source gave them this information, and as I say, it could be a reliable one, it could be be someone who's heard whisperings. Maybe there were talks of it, maybe there are currently talks of it, and this is being translated as he's in the 60th or he's in a spin-off. We don't know. But this source has said that Russell likes the idea of bringing back McGann with his own set of episodes in the TARDIS. Disney are on board as they want more original content and want to fully exploit the franchise because they know how big it could become. Other possible spin-offs include a series on UNIT, the Earth-based military wing that works with the Doctor to defend the planet, and a villain anthology series. Yeah, the villain anthology series was also talked about, I think, at the start of this year, like that was an alleged leaked spin-off that was on the way, so are these reports stealing ideas from each other and they're all a hoax, or is this something more? I mean, a UNIT spin-off, an 8th Doctor spin-off, and a villain anthology series spin-off, those three make complete sense to me. Like, if you were gonna do spin-offs, maybe it's too obvious, or maybe it's just like, well, obviously they did pick those. I personally would be really excited to see Paul McGann get his own series. I think what they'd have to do though is be very careful that it's not just this is Doctor Who, because we've got that with Ncuti Gatwa and Millie Gibson. We have Doctor Who, the Doctor, the TARDIS, a companion, going about time and space. There's no need to have that. And obviously, don't get me wrong, it's lovely to give Paul a chance to play the Doctor again because he's so good, but we don't need two identical series running at one time. If you're doing something with the 8th Doctor, I think it should be like a 6-episode limited mini-series, maybe focused on the Time War, but obviously, Big Finish Audio Adventures, they've done loads of stuff with the 8th Doctor, so do you decanonise that, or do you keep the canon of that and put it into the show? I mean, one downside, we know exactly how it ends, because the 8th Doctor, yeah, we saw him regenerate in Night of the Doctor, and also, is the Time War a bit done to death now? Like, I think we've moved past the era of the Time War. That was like, yeah, it's not really a relevant part of the show with Gallifrey coming back, then being destroyed again. It's just sort of this bizarre old thing. But I don't know, I think maybe the Time War would be a perfect opportunity to explore some stuff. Give the Doctor, rather than a companion, maybe a new person to work alongside each episode, maybe a team. I don't know, I think it does have potential, but they'd have to make it stylistically and creatively different from the main show, and yeah, a limited series, Disney Plus style. That would be really funky, really, really exciting. But, as ever, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you did enjoy this video, please do remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. It really does help me out a lot, and it allows me to keep YouTube as my part-time job. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.